Hey, horse lovers. So you know how they say when you own horses, you never get to ride? Well, today is different because I'm going to be riding all of my horses in one day, obviously besides Mushu, but I'll be doing some groundwork with him. So that's going to be riding 7 horses total and then groundwork with Mushu. I'm so excited. Right now it's like super foggy and yucky out, but it's supposed to end up being like 70 and sunny today. So I'm really excited. We'll get to see how the weather progresses as we go. All right, I got to get all the horses in to feed, prepare them. I have a couple of students coming to help me today with grooming and tacking, and I'm so excited. It's just a day for me to ride and enjoy my horses and school them a little bit. Hope you enjoy. You coming?
Oh my god.
Go up. Penelope, hi, good morning. You coming out to say hi? Will you open her stall door over there? You're such a good girl. Say, go in your stall. Go in your stall. Go in there. She's like, who are you? So funny. All right, so first up, I'm gonna ride Mr. Arlo. So he is my spotted saddle horse. He's 9 years old, and he's such a good boy. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So he is gated. Oh, thank you. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. And he does both English and Western. I think I'm gonna ride most of them English today. So I have him in the dressage saddle. It's a hoop tree. And actually a couple of them go in it. I just use specific pads depending on the horse, but I have a few horses that are hoop tree shaped, so yeah. I love this kind of fog weather. It's really fun. So it's early in the morning. It's around 9 a.m. Got up around 7, just did some stuff and some chores, fed the horses. And I am so excited to ride today and ride everybody, just get some time to myself with them. And yeah, with Arlo, I'm just gonna do a little bit of walk, trot, canter, which you'll see. And that's about it. With some of the other horses, I might do a little bit of jumping. For him, I just want to work on keeping him on the rail, maybe doing some circles, working him in all his gaits. Arlo really loves the trails, and he's really good in the ring too. But because he's gated, it can be a little harder to get in the corners and all of that, just the way that their shoulders are designed. It's a lot different. They're kind of designed to go from point A to point B, you know, get you there and back. So in a smooth manner. So yeah, I'm excited. Arlo is such a sweet horse, and he is currently the only gated horse I have right now. He has 5 gaits, so he walks, trots, paces, canters, and gallops. So we're working a little bit more on his gaits, but I primarily ride him at the trot. He does really well, and his canter has gotten a lot smoother over time. Sometimes it's hard for him to get in the corners, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So today we're just going to work on our rhythm, picking up our gaits, cantering, and then I might even take him over a little cross rail. I always really enjoy riding him. He's such a sweet, kind horse. He's never spooky. He doesn't act weird about anything. The only thing that he'll do sometimes with other people is he'll try to go to the middle of the arena, but you just have to use your seat and leg aids, and he responds really well if you're used to him and you know how to do that. I always have a blast riding him. He really never gives me a hard time, and he's just such a fun horse. So right now I'm going to do a circle with Arlo, and sometimes he wants to break into the canter. So you'll see he kind of loses balance because he wants to go into his other gait. So we work on that as well when we do our arena sessions. right there he wanted to canter, but he's trying so hard and he's staying in his gaits and he's not actually breaking them. Oftentimes people ask me what color Arlo is, so he's technically classified as a gray Sabino. So he has the gray coat and then he has tan markings and then he has the black and white mane. Really fun. I absolutely love his color. He kind of gets silvery, iridescent in the sun. Super pretty. Now Arlo is in his canter, so it's actually pretty smooth and it's gotten a lot more balanced over time. So I will go between sitting, half seat, and 2-pointing in the canter with him. Now, when we're on the trail, his canter is even smoother and it's just so fun. And he really puts in a lot of effort and he's doing a great job. His canter is feeling really nice today.
Oh. Good boy. Good boy. Get him into a truck. Come on.
That was good for Arlo.
Come on. Oh, that's terrible. You're so funny. Well, he like switched his lead, but it was better. Okay.
Arlo was a super good boy. We had so much fun. On to the next horse. All right, next up we have MEEKO. So MEEKO is my super cute little pony. He's about 14.1 hands, and he is a cross between a thoroughbred, standardbred, Shetland pony, and Trakehner. So I didn't have history on him, and I did a DNA test. They're not always super accurate, but it gives you a ballpark idea of what they are. So it was really fun to do. And he's just like adorable. So he's really fun to ride. He's a steady Eddie. I have a lot of fun on him. We're gonna work on walk, trot, canter, a little bit of jumping. He jumps for fun. He's not extremely athletic, but he tries. So we're gonna do our best. So Arlo's only 15 hands, MEEKO's 14.1, and it feels so different, like the immediate switch. Koa, you watching too? MEEKO's more whoa than go, but on the trail he's pretty forward, so I can get him going. He's fun, just a little more leg. You're more on the whoa side, that's okay. I like that they're all different. I love that they all have different personalities, different strengths and weaknesses. It's just fun, and I think it's what makes them as an individual horse, and it's what makes you a better rider, is having to adjust to different breeds and different types. MEEKO is definitely my steady Eddie. He's a really calm-natured horse. He is a sweet boy. The only thing is sometimes he likes to kind of pull on the bit, like the reins away from the rider. He doesn't do it that much with me, but if he knows that he can go to the middle and just hang out, he'll kind of do that. So when I'm schooling him, I just make sure to work him in the corners and do some circles and some bending and just practice with his gaits and everything and do some circles. And we're going to do a little bit of jumping as well. And yeah, he's just such a fun pony. Now I have MEEKO in the canter. He actually has a very smooth canter for a pony, and he has quite balanced gaits. They're really fun to ride, and I just feel like they are so enjoyable. So I'm going to ask him to do a circle at the canter. Sometimes he can be a little stiff in his bend, so I think it's really good to practice this. We'll do some spiral work here and there. I'll do serpentines with him. Just get a lot of flexing exercises in to help build that strength, but he's doing really good. Now we're going to do some walk to canter transitions. So MEEKO is doing pretty well with this, and we'll do it in both directions, which you'll get to see. And I'm just going to do some more circles with him and continue with our transitions before we move on to some cross rails. That was a really good transition, and sometimes he struggles picking up this right lead, so I was really impressed that he went right into it, didn't hesitate at all. That was fantastic. Okay, he's doing really good with the transitions. Now I think it's time to move on to some jumping. So MEEKO just jumps for fun. The highest I've ever jumped him was just under 2.6, but today we're just going to do cross rails, a little 2-foot jump, and then a small grid. He's doing great.
You did so good.
MEEKO. He is so funny. I had a lot of fun on him too. You are so sleepy now. All right, time for the next horse. Now we have the lovely Miss BAGHEERA. You're so cute. So my goal with her today is to work on canter. So her canter's getting better. We've been doing it a little bit more on the trail and a little in the arena. And I have a few students that canter her in the ring, but I just want to continue strengthening her. It's just going to take a lot of time to get that nice canter. And she's built, you know, she's half standard bred, and we're thinking like half Morgan, possibly. Before I thought halflinger, but the more that she's gotten in shape and the refinement, I'm thinking more along like Morgan lines. It's so hard when you don't know their history, but yeah. You ready, girlie? You're so freaking cute. You have the prettiest face and mane and tail. You're just gorgeous. You're just gorgeous. Pretty mane. Love you in pink. So cute. Hope you have a good ride, girl. I purchased BAGHEERA from an auction last December, and from my understanding, she was primarily a buggy horse, so she didn't have a ton of under-saddle training, but it was a relatively easy transition, and she is doing fantastic. So our goal has just been relaxation, slowing down, gaining muscle and balance, and working on her canter. So her canter has definitely improved since I first got her, but obviously I want to take it slow. I don't want to rush that process, and I also don't want to canter her and run her in the ground constantly. She's 27, so I have a plan, and her canter is improving, so that's the good part, and you'll get to see some of that today. It's amazing to me that somebody could just take her to an auction and sell her because she's older. She's still completely full of life, and she still has opportunities to learn, and I'm so grateful that I have her at my farm.
So sometimes in lessons, after she trots, she wants to keep going, but the key to a forward horse, the key to getting a forward horse to relax after trotting is just to be relaxed. Give her head, don't get all tight, and just relax your body.
What I just mentioned there is that once BAGHEERA is in a trot or a canter and you transition down and ask her to walk, sometimes she just wants to continue moving forward, as in she just wants to go. And I think part of that is from being an Amish horse and a buggy horse and just moving out for long periods of time. But if you just drop your rein and relax and stay nice and calm, she totally will relax with you. So that's kind of the goal. And we just do some circles and some work here too. Here, I'm just asking Bagheera to move out on a super loose rein. I just want her level-headed, and I just think it's really important to just let her naturally carry herself. Before, she would be a little more head high, so it's nice that she can go from trot to canter and then just have a nice relaxed rein and feel calm and at ease. Okay, now it's time to canter Miss Bagheera. So she moves very fast at the canter because she's still trying to get her balance. And right now I'm just riding her a little bit off the rail. And then as we continue to move forward, I will get her more in the corners. And we'll be doing this in both directions. So I just want you to watch and observe how she's moving and just see the progression with her canter as we continue to move forward. After cantering for a few laps, she's starting to slow down a little bit, which is good, and I'm rotating between being in my half seat and then sitting in the canter as well. Then I just transitioned her down to trot, which was pretty good for her. And it's important to 2-point on a horse that's not balanced in the canter so you can get off their back at the first start of it, and then that gives them an opportunity to carry themselves a little bit better and easier. And then like I said, I'll transition back into sitting canter, but I think it's really good to just get off their back and allow them to balance a little bit more.
Good.
She would have a lot of fun on the beach ride.
Her canter's definitely better.
Yeah, it looks better.
Well, that was super. Her canter's definitely getting better. And I can't wait to just take her on some longer hacks in the future, just straightaways, and just work on that canter. A lot of the trails around here, they're more wooded. There is some open spots, but I just need like a nice flat path to just canter this girl. But yeah, I'm so proud of her. I can't believe that she was just like at an auction last December, didn't really know any under saddle stuff, and now she's just so phenomenal. I couldn't imagine not having her. I don't even care that she's older. She's just lovely. I just have so much fun. I'm so grateful. I hope you guys love Miss Bagheera too. And she likes to work. I mean, keeping them active is very important. You know, I've got some of those comments where people are like, well, why don't you just let her go in the field like she's 27? Because this will prolong her life. I'm not doing anything crazy. She's doing pole work, walk, trot, canter, and she doesn't canter all the time. I just do a little bit to gain a little bit of strength. and then trail rides. And I didn't even take her on any of the super intense trail rides this year, like with our camping trips. You know, I know her limit right now, but what we're doing right now and how she's responding is very beneficial. And I work closely with my vet and my team to make sure that I'm benefiting the horse and prolonging their life if we're going to be riding them. So that's that. All right, it's around 11:30. I'm gonna get, well, honestly, I'm just gonna drink water and drink some more of my coffee. I don't eat till later in the day. And then on to the next one. Look how cool the pasture looks with the sun streaming. That is so cool. All right, next up, Mr. Jiminy. You're looking dapper. He's like, I'm not amused. So we're gonna focus on some walk, trot, canter, and jumping. That's always his expression, I swear. That fiery red mane. So pretty. Excited? So now, of course, I'm on Jiminy Cricket, as you know, and we're going to do a little bit of warm up on the flat, just some walk, trot, canter. Might do some flying lead changes with him. It's been a minute since I've ridden him in the arena, to be honest. I've been taking him on the trail. He has been fantastic, so I'm happy that we can do a little bit of arena work, and you'll get to see us jumping as well. Jiminy has the most comfortable canter I've ever ridden in my entire life, and I'm not even trying to be biased about it. Like, he just has a smooth, graceful, fun canter. I just love it. You could sit it all day long. It's fantastic. We did flat work for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to try to do a flying lead change with him. We used to be really good, and we just haven't done as much arena stuff lately, so I'm going to ask for it right there. And he gave me a nice little change there, and then we're going to move on to our jumping. Back in the day, like 7 years ago, I used to jump Jiminy over 3 foot plus courses on a regular basis. Obviously not like overdoing it, but it was something we did more regularly. So now in the lesson program, he'll jump like 2 foot, 2, 3, and like cross rails. And then I will school him like once a year. I'll take him over some bigger fences. Today we're going to do 3 foot plus just over that grid just a couple times. And yeah, so he'll do the occasional fox hunt and eventing outing as well. But yeah, I'm super happy I can get on him. Well, that was exhilarating. Old man still has it. So I only jump him like that like once a year. And he obviously loves it. Super fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Now I got Mr. Gaston. He's so fun. You ready, buddy? You ready, you beautiful boy? All right. All right, good man, Gaston. You ready, buddy? Gaston is my Canadian horse. He stands 16 hands high, just a smidge over, and he is a drafty boy. He is super fun to ride. He has very smooth gaits, and he's just come along so wonderfully in the last 2.5 years that I've owned him. So he used to be a driving horse, and he did some under saddle work, but he definitely needed some polishing. And of course, we still have a lot to learn and improve on, but I'm so happy that he has come so far, and all of the kids just adore him, along with the adults in the program. And he's just a joy to ride. Like, he will jump, he'll trail ride, he'll go to shows, and he's just so much fun. So we're just going to work on some walk, trot, canter today, and I'm going to do a little bit of hand galloping as well. Isn't he just beautiful? I am having a blast on him. I'm also doing a lot of transitional work with him because sometimes after he goes into canter, he wants to continue to go into canter when he's transitioned down into trot. So we are working on keeping an even pace and rhythm and focusing on staying in our trot unless we're asking to go back into canter again. He's doing really good.
Good. All right, on to the next one.
Did a lot of hand galloping with Gaston, but I had her go and get the next horse ready, Mr. Olaf. So might ride him or Prince Charming next. Yay, the sun's coming out too. It's glorious. I need to take off this vest. I'm sweating, I'm hot. This is so fun. All right, so it's around 1:30 and now my next victim, horse, I'm just kidding, is Mr. Prince Charming. Okay, so he was an absolute disaster, like so dirty. Yes, you were filthy, and he still is, but I just washed off some of the nasty spots. I don't have a treat right now, and groomed him, and I got mud all over my shirt. So no one's saying that he looks dirty because I tried my best. I can't handle you. I'm sweaty, so am I salty? All right, time to get him out. So pretty. I adore you in pink, but look how dirty you are. My gosh. So this will be his first time riding with other people in the ring. I think he was in here one time when there was one horse, so this will be good practice for us. So I'm letting my students who are helping me out today ride the horses while after I ride them for a little bit in exchange for some help in filming. You ready? All right. So yeah, it'll be fun. As many of you know, Prince Charming is in rehab, so we warmed up at the walk for about 20 minutes and then I moved him into trot, and as you can see, he's already moving so much better than he was even in the previous video. I'm so happy that he's making progression each week and that he's getting stronger and gaining strength in his hind. I can definitely feel a difference in his movement, and I'm just so impressed that he has made this kind of progress, and he's still not 100%, but he is way stronger, and he's definitely functioning so much better now. His trot just feels really great, and it's a lot more floaty than when I first trotted him, like the first time under saddle, and of course, like what he looked like at the auction. So definitely happy that he's coming along, and he's just a really good boy too, and he's doing pretty good with the other horses in the ring as well. Now we're going to go in the other direction and move into the trot this way. So this is his weaker side because the injury was on his right ligament on his SI area. So he's a little weaker on this side, but again, he is getting stronger compared to the first rides. I also just think he's absolutely beautiful, and I love his size. I stuck him at 15.2, but he honestly feels more like a 15.3, 16 hand horse under saddle. Again, it's measuring at the withers, so sometimes they can have a little higher head carriage or more barrel to them or more muscle that makes them feel bigger under saddle. Yeah, he's doing so good, and he gets a little tired towards the end of our sessions, and that's when I will start to wrap it up, when I start feeling him getting a little more weak. All right, that was good riding Prince Charming. Now I'm gonna hop on Olaf, so I'm gonna have Piper dismount and just ride him for a little bit. Then we'll do a little bit with Mushu. Olaf is my 8-year-old POA pony. He is 14 hands high and he is amazing. He has so much talent. He's athletic, but he's still super quiet and calm as well. I've owned him for just over a year now. He's been jumping for about 6 months under saddle, and the first 6 months I owned him, we did flat work and groundwork in order to give him the basics. So he's definitely come far in the last year, and I really enjoy him. He's doing great in the program as well, and all of the students really love him. He's fun to jump, he's fun to hack out. He's honestly just a little unicorn. On my ride with him today, I'm just going to focus on, again, walk, trot, canter, some circles, transitions, getting in the corners, back to basics a little bit, and then we'll do a little bit of jumping under saddle as well. His transitions have definitely improved over time. He used to be really head high, like I'm talking nose straight up in the air, and really jagged when it came to transition. So I'm definitely seeing that progress, and he's building the strength and muscle and the balance as well, which is fantastic. Olaf was so fun. All right, last but not least, Mr. Mushu. Now I'm going to do some groundwork with Mr. Mushu. So obviously I can't ride him because he's number one, too young, and he's not broke to ride yet. So we are going to do just a little bit of lunging. I am going to canter him a little bit on the lunge line today as well. And then we're just going to play and have fun in the ring. Here, I'm just asking Mushu to stretch down a little bit. I think this is important to do under saddle and on the ground to teach them to just stretch out a little bit. It's really good for their muscles, and it's just good to teach them to put their nose down a little bit as well. So now I actually moved him into canter. So again, he hasn't cantered much under the lunge line yet, so he is still gaining some balance, and it's just going to take time. But his canter actually looks really nice and floaty. It'll be so fun to ride one day. I'm doing a little bit more stretching with him right here. He really loves to do that. So cute. Now we're just going to play around a little bit. So I'm just going to have him follow me, and then I'm going to let him run around the ring for a little bit and teach him some recall and just work on that. So you'll get to see. It is so fun. Right now, I'm walking over to the flower box because I want him to touch it. So I am teaching him to touch things like target train. And then he went over to this barrel and touched it himself.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, hey, Mushu.
Mushu. Mushu. You're so silly. He's so cute.
Now Mushu is getting some free time and he wants to run around the ring. He actually can move kind of fast when he picks up speed. It's hilarious to watch. But there is a point to this, which you're going to see here.
Look at you, Mushu. You could be in the Kentucky Derby, Mushu.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good boy. Good boy.
Oh my god. Okay, go. Go run. Go run.
He's just like, look at me, I'm so fast.
Go, Mushu. Mushu. Run.
So I've trained Mushu that when I bend the knee, he turns in and comes to me and halts. So that's really cool.
Whoa. What a sweet baby. Good boy. Get some running? You got some running in? Yeah, that was so good. So good. Whoa. Good job, Boo Boo. Good. Good boy. Good boy.
Hey, you cuckoo.
You're so crazy.
You crazy.
He's funny.
Okay, horse lovers, I really hope that you enjoyed watching me ride all the horses and then work with Mushu today. I had so much fun. He had a lot of fun running around. Sometimes it's just nice to just hang out and have fun and not do something super serious. So I'll see you next time, horse lovers. Bye.